Hello there, kids, and welcome once again to Bayard Assumption Academy. Today, we have a special guest to tell us a story. Are you ready to listen? Unlike our usual presentation, today we will read a story of children's book that teaches us values and good conduct. But before anything else, let me introduce him to you. He is the editor of Bayard Assumption, and he has been involved in storytelling activities of our group in various schools. He is a lawyer and a member of Assumption Lay Alliance. Kids, let's welcome in our activity today, Kuya JP.
Thank you, Brother Bayard. Hello there, kids. How are you? Brother Bayard, when was the last time we were together? I remember. We had a short introduction about our sticker booklet products, and this is now my second time to appear here in Bayard Assumption Academy, especially for the kids and students watching us during the Manila International Book Fair.
Yes, Kuya JP. And of course, I know that the students and children now are very excited to listen to your story. But may I know the title of the story that you will share for us today?
Hello, dear students. Hello. This morning, I will tell a story from our Storybox collection titled It's Not Fair. So, this is a story featuring bunny rabbits. Let us begin. Mommy Rabbit, Daddy Rabbit, and their two daughters, Skippy and Gracie, lived under a big oak tree on a hill. One day, Skippy built a tower with pine cones and hazelnuts. It's going to be the best tower in the world. Everyone will come to see it, thought Skippy. She finished her tower and decorated it with violets. It was beautiful. Gracie, Skippy's little sister, came running up, shouting, "Skippy, can I play with you?" In her excitement, she knocked over the tower. The hazelnuts, the violets, and the pine trees scattered in every direction. Skippy was furious. She was angry. Before she knew what she was doing, she kicked Gracie. She couldn't help it. Gracie started to cry. "Skippy's horrid. She kicked me," said Gracie. Mommy and Daddy Rabbit came out of the burrow. They told Skippy off. "What have you done to your little sister now?" "That was very naughty, Skippy." Skippy felt very upset. "It wasn't fair," she said. Her tower was broken, and now she was getting told off too. Skippy went to hide by the big oak tree. She cried so much that her tears made a stream. She climbed onto a big old branch and floated away. She decided she would never go home because nobody loved her. As Skippy floated down the stream, she saw beautiful trees and birds all around her. They made her feel a little bit better, so she cried less, and the stream became a bit calmer. Suddenly, the stream swelled with water and turned into a river. What was happening? Skippy looked around and spotted a little squirrel sitting by a tree. He was crying his heart out. "I was laying the table for lunch. My little brother pushed me and I dropped my big soup bowl. It was my grandfather's favorite. My parents told me off. They say I always do naughty things, and they didn't say anything to my brother. It's not fair. I don't want to go home because nobody loves me," told Skippy. "Climb onto my branch," said Skippy. "My name is R. Redfur," stammered the squirrel, sitting down next to Skippy. The river flowed on. Skippy put her arm around Redfur's shoulders and gave him a hug. Slowly, Redfur's tears began to dry up. A bit further on, The river became bigger. What was happening? Skippy spotted a hedgehog alone on a raft. He was also crying very hard. My parents asked me to tidy my room, so I tidied and cleaned it. Then my little sister came and made a big mess. I had to tidy it all over again. It's not fair. She can do what she wants because she's little. Nobody loves me. So I decided to leave, said the hedgehog. Come with us, said Skippy. The hedgehog's name was Spike. He climbed onto the branch and they all floated off down the river. Soon, the sun set. It started to get dark. Let's make a shelter, said Skippy. She managed to grab some water lilies and made a pretty flowery roof over the branch. But the three friends were feeling a bit cold, so they held hands and sang a song. We are lost, we're at sea, oh dear me, but we are three, he he he, said the three friends. Suddenly, the river got much, much bigger. It was as big as the ocean. By the light of the moon, Skippy, Redfur, and Spike spotted a boat. As the front, they could see their parents all shouting and waving. They were so worried. They were crying. They pulled the children up on the boat. Then the parents kissed their children and hugged them tight. They made the children some hot chocolate and asked, "Where have you been? What happened?" The parents kept kissing and hugging their children. The little brothers and sisters were also there. They ran around shouting, laughing, because they were a bit nervous and jealous as well. They also wanted kisses. Too bad. This time, the kisses were all for Skippy, Redfur, and of course, Spike. Soon everyone stopped crying. The ocean turned back into a stream, and they all sailed home with their own families. Spike to his shelter under some leaves, Redfur to his nest in the trees, and Skippy to her cozy burrow. That's it, children. I hope that you learned something today in our story box titled It's Not Fair. Sometimes our parents are strict not because they don't love us, but because we need to become models for our younger brother or sister. Like Skippy, may we also experience the love and care of our parents and our siblings in the family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kuya JP, for that wonderful story. Kids, I hope you learned something from it. Once again, this is Brother Bayard saying, Atutaler!